morning. I'm not showing my face because it's just morning and it just look not put together. But I feel like I have some updates to share. Actually, maybe I should show my face, but yeah, probably, because it's probably gonna have longer than I think. But it's also really cold. But if I close the window, there's some foggy stuff on the window, like this. Of course, I'm gonna wipe it away. Yeah, I'm just tired, but I just wanted a quick update because yeah, I think one of the things I've been wanting to say was about I think, what did I tell you the last time? What did I tell? I feel like love has now become so potent. There's like so many layers, and it's just so, everything's just coming together so much that I just don't feel like I can like keep up, and I don't know how to keep up. I think I can keep up, or love wouldn't offer this, but I don't know like how to do it. And I mean, I kind of wanted to share the solution of this with you once I have it, but I just don't want to lie to you, and this is just what it just makes me want to do the thing that makes me feel like I'm lying to you, and that's that I don't know, something about taking on the responsibility of love, like for other people, like feeling that now that I've found it, I want to share it, but then it is so important that I don't want to let people down, and because it is so, because I don't want to feel them so much, like I so much don't want to feel them, it becomes, oh, the visual is kind of lame. Well, now you can see better. It becomes kind of so important that it tempts me to not want to take it on, and I mean, I don't know. I pray to God to keep me from anything that's not gonna, that takes me away from him. And there's like a radio show coming up on how do you know when your intentions are pure. So I'll be listening to that. Then I can get surety in myself what my true intentions are. Because I feel like my true intentions were pure. But then like, anyone gets tempted by stuff like ego and whatever, right? So now, coming from the place where I've come from, I mean, I felt ill will coming on. And I told it, you don't have control on me anymore. You have a hold on me no longer. It really worked. It really worked. But like, now I'm not sure anymore, because I feel like the only other place that I ever had to run from love was to somewhere else. Doesn't make sense. So like, I just don't want to lie, and I just don't want to feel like I'm lying, even though I don't feel like I'm kind of presenting you with the solutions. I feel like I should, speak about it when I know how to take the responsibility on. And there was another moment where, I don't know if this is gonna sound crazy to some people, but me and my husband, I feel like we have this, because we're married and in love, we have this connection, like this energetical connection, that I almost feel like sometimes like I can feel what he's feeling. And so I felt like he's waiting for me to do something, and the whole time I'm like, yeah, but what is it? And that was when I was filming the video. So it wasn't even like I wasn't doing anything or I was not doing something good, because I felt like that was a really positive thing to do, that I'm sharing this thing with you. But I didn't get until after, when it kind of all faltered, then I felt like, I wanted to do this and wanted to think that I can. And I was like, I could have done that, but like, how do I know what I want? And I'm so scared of failing at it that I'll end up lying to you about it, like, and pretending again like I'm not doing that thing. I'm not doing something. That I feel like I should kind of share it now, but then I'm scared to share it because it's a vulnerable place and I don't yet know the solutions. So maybe once the solutions are out there, everything's fine and nobody benefits from listening to the problem. But it just like, I don't know, I guess I'd rather kind of, well, maybe I won't get to uploading this until I have the solution and I can kind of see. I feel like it wants to take me away from God, but like I asked him, please let me be comfortable with my own happiness. I asked him, please keep my intentions pure. I asked him to please let me figure out the insecurities behind why it's so scary to take love on, and like to take the responsibility and how I can become comfortable with it. And please let me know, how can I feel like I can? How do I know what I want if I don't know it? So how can I do it on time when I don't know what it is? But mainly, how do I feel comfortable with knowing, with thinking that I can? So I mean, I don't know if I don't know what to pray for, but like I've asked him whatever I can, and I feel like I've asked him, I mean, after what he taught me, that nobody is left behind at the end of the day. Like now through ego and every pain that I've gone through not being with him, now I know why I need him, after having taught me that what is like the best I can do other than asking him for the solutions. So like now I'm just hoping for the best, and it feels like it's something I need to do, but like I don't know what it is yet. Another visual, sorry about that, it's kind of boring, at least you should see something. But another thing I wanted to put out there is about atheists. I think I need to like film this again, but like if any atheist is watching this, because where to start? I hope you feel the love through my words, and it's not I do not have any expectation for anyone to change their religion or their beliefs. It's like, it's not about, I feel like a lot of times when you talk about religion, atheists get kind of upset with you, like some of them anyway, but like actually I wrote this down, maybe I should just kind of read it out. But it's kind of, it's also really cold at the window. I'm so sorry, this is lame. I should have planned this video after all. I just want to make it quick. But I feel like I don't know if this is really weird to some people. Anyway, oh, there's somebody. There might not be. Okay, but I feel like I know there's people who get it. If they don't get it yet, they will get it later. And it's like, why do I need to compromise what I know for somebody, because somebody out there might not understand it yet? Like, I feel like I wouldn't be doing you a service if I didn't tell you what I knew, even though it's true and you might benefit from it, even if it's like at a later stage in life. You know, I never thought that this would happen to me again in this lifetime, that I feel deserving of God's love again. And then I felt it, and it was awesome. So I wouldn't want to take this away from anybody. And if there's anything I need to say for anyone to like get there, then like it's worth it. I don't know if I should kind of just get ready, look cute, and then like do a proper video on this. But if I don't get around to it, I'm not like, like I don't have an expectation. If you don't want to, I don't have an expectation for you to change your beliefs, but it's not about the beliefs, and I don't even know where to start, because I feel like, a lot of times it's kind of, I think people kind of confuse you sharing something about God with religion, and they think you have an expectation to join a specific religion. Like things that people have told me about churches and stuff, and how it made them, and how it was actually worse for them, and from just simple things like sort of not believing in hell, which I don't believe in hell, but what I went through, it kind of was hell, but like now it led me to heaven. Like it's better. I'd rather have gone through that if that led me to God than never having found him. So now it's like, oh crap, now it's like whatever it takes, I'm good with it. God, this visual is really lame. But, I don't know how to, like, put this in a format that I know really how to express it by, like, I mean, like, God is for everybody, and who doesn't want to feel loved? When I felt it again, and even though I had a resistance towards love, what I wanted and why I had it was because I wanted love. So there's not a single human being on the planet that doesn't want love. And I once read this quote, God is love and love is real. So I think that captures it really very well, because, I mean, if you're not comfortable with, like, thinking that yet, maybe you can kind of maybe you can just kind of, I hope that you can just kind of take the love part away from it. But it's up to you what you want to believe or how you feel comfortable with. I just want you to be as happy as you can possibly be. And if anything that I've felt and experienced can be inspiring to somebody else, then I feel like they deserve for me to share it. And, but I feel like I can't lie and just pretend like I didn't experience this thing. But there's no expectation or pressure from my side, oh, you have to believe a certain thing. Like, and I don't care what you call God, if you call him Allah, if you want to call him, I don't know what your religion says that his name is, but, you know, as long as it's not Satan, you know, but, like, I mean, because of what I've gone through, I'm now really careful with what energies I call into my life and stuff. Like, I feel like I can never end up like this again. So, like I said, with the ill will and stuff, so, you know, I mean, Nomen ist Omen, like, if you give him a name, if you're giving him some sort of name that calls some sort of energy that ultimately is not beneficial to you, then obviously I wouldn't want that for you, so that's why I'm making the differentiation there. But, you know, I don't know, I mean, the best example for me is Allah, because I know that that is also a religion who believes in the one God, and, you know, they're trying to find him, they have a different name for him. And I, you know, I mean, some of the experience that I've had with, like, people from Muslims coming to me and trying to convince me to join their religion, I didn't like it. I didn't like how I felt, and I wouldn't want that for any atheists out there, so I wouldn't want to be that person to them. But I just want you to be as happy as you can be, and I just want to talk, and I just want to share about it. Oh my god, the visual is so bad. I'm just making this video in case I don't make a better one, but hopefully, like, ooh, I can show the sunlight. It's morning, you know. The break of dawn, a new beginning, a new life. What I realized, which I didn't realize, but the hilltop happened. I realized it yesterday that happened to be Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving. So I feel like the depth of love comes through there, that this was truly a time of Thanksgiving for me. And I thought that, and then I was like, wait, what date is it? Let me figure out the date that actually happened. It actually happened to me on Thanksgiving, 28th of November 2019. It's like, wow, God, you have planned this out well. So it feels like it truly was a time of Thanksgiving, or is a time of Thanksgiving. Now only, like, that fear of, like, the responsibility stuff, how can I get there and stuff, and then it scares me that I get tempted to run away from it, because it's so important that I don't want to fail. I know I feel like I would fail people, in theory I'd fail people more not even taking it on, but what if I take it on, they start relying on me, and then I fail them, because now I know. Because when it was just me getting hurt, at least it was just me getting hurt. But now it's like everybody, or potentially, you know, other people, whoever this may reach. It's all of us. So that just makes it kind of scarier. But yeah. Also, if you like to follow me on Facebook, because I make a lot of these posts public and I share a lot of the love that I have felt and I do experience, you will always see me like sharing those things. And at least they know that whatever not taking the responsibility would lead me to will be eventually what will push me back towards love and towards wanting to take the responsibility. So I guess I have to just have faith in God. But yeah, I don't want to fail. I don't want to be that person who got this far and then doesn't take the next step, and like, I don't know if it's too early to kind of go to other people with that and just need to just ask him, because that's one of the things I found, that I need him so much and nothing else. And that's what he needed me to understand. I don't know if I've shared this, but like, it was really bad. I just wanted to die. Like, I was thinking about how I could, like, maybe I could drown myself in a river because it's cold now and I will freeze to death, and how can I encourage myself to take that little bit of the pain of death on rather than living a life in death pain, And now I'm here, so you can understand my enthusiasm, I think. So I also really appreciate atheists who just kind of get it, and like I read some posts on Facebook, some comments, people actually like somebody who didn't seem to believe in God actually like defending somebody who did and who shared about it, because then a third person was like kept saying that they're trying to force a religion on them, which I didn't totally, they were not doing at all. They just wanted everyone else to be happy, and it wasn't me, baby. I'm glad there's another person there. But yeah, so I just, yeah, so I'm glad to come across people like that who then get it where you're coming from. And he was even saying, if you then also shouldn't like force your beliefs that this shouldn't be believed onto them, because they're just sharing what they found that helped them. So if that helps somebody out there, then it's worth it. So if you're one of those kind of people, I really appreciate that. But I can't relate, I suppose, to, I mean, there's so many angles to take this from, like church religion and the things that have been said about it. I totally get why somebody might feel like they don't want to believe that anymore, don't want to be in that anymore. I mean, I'm not saying like names, or I don't even remember them actually, but like, I read a post somewhere that somebody had actually witnessed child abuse in a church. But then there's a lot of like fear mongering, and you go to hell and this and that if you don't. And God is a God of love and not a God of fear. So I totally get why that might take somebody away. But I get why somebody might take why that might take somebody away from religion. But I don't really get why it takes them away from God. But I think they maybe they expect that the only way to find God is religion, or maybe they don't expect, I don't know. Maybe they never, I don't know, had a personal relationship with God because they never thought that there's more out there than, I don't know, but like, I don't want you to be scared, or I don't want anyone to feel like, oh hey, if you don't do this and that, you're just bad and you're going to hell. Like, the religion, so to speak, that I follow, or all the religious texts that I have read, they always tell me that there is no hell. There is only love. There is only God. And hell is what we kind of create for ourselves. But then we need that experience to ultimately find back to love, which is exactly what happened to me. So, I don't know how to phrase this right, but I wouldn't want people like, there's no need to feel pushed away from me speaking about God and religion, because I feel like I hope that you can take away from the love part of the whole message what works for you and what you feel comfortable with, rather than just putting it off as, oh yeah, crazy fanatic or something. And there's a lot of people out there who feel like they don't know if there's something out there. And I think a lot of them are kind of like the kind of people that they want there to be something deep inside, want there to be something greater out there that looks after them so badly that they're so scared that if they believe it and they find that it's not out there, that it will make them feel so bad that they'd rather straight away from the beginning believe that there's nothing out there. But then there's still that feeling that kind of lingers, like, I feel like maybe there is something more out there. So I think it's really cool and that they still have that feeling. So everyone is, you know, somewhere different in their journey, and I wouldn't want to take away from that for somebody else, because that may be right for them. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I just think maybe atheists gonna, I think they often like feel that way when you talk about religion, but I'm not trying to do that. Like, I'm gonna say I don't care what you believe because it's up to you, but like I care because I want you to be happy. I just want you to feel the same feeling, how loved you really are. So it's not actually about whether you join a specific religion. Then I don't know, this lady, she shared the same thing, but then she was accused of, she's going on trying to convert everybody to Christianity, and with no words did she even speak about, she didn't even mention Christianity or converting or something. So like, I don't know any Christians who do that, who go around and telling people what another person needs to believe. I've seen it on TV once, actually no, more than once. But you know, another visual is so boring right now. It's the water, but I try to clean it off. If I don't, then it's so cold out there. Maybe I should show the other window for a change. I was like, it's literally, oh, that's worse. Oh no. But like, oh no, that's worse. But yeah, I've had the same thing happen to me with Muslims, and it seems that one of the first things that they said always seemed to be trying to convert you to Islam. And the way they went about it, like, for example, kind of asking you trick questions like, who is God? And then you're like, stumped because you're like, you don't have the answer ready. And it's like, I'm on my journey to get to know him, you know? And if we all knew already who he is, then why am I here? So how can I, like, tell you? And then, like, I kind of answered with, well, you're not meant to create an image of God for yourself, you know? Or I should have said God is love. I don't know, but like, and then they're like, wrong answer. And I'm like, really? Why did you? But it just kind of, it seemed like they only asked me so that they can tell me it's the wrong answer, so that they can try to tell me what's right for me. And I feel like I don't want anyone to feel how I felt in those moments. And also, I feel like I don't want to be that person, but also, like, I don't think that, why is the sun showing up in such a funny way while talking about God?